Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not how you start a podcast.
That's not how we start anything. Welcome to Good Shake of the Sauce Bottle of, was it Gujian? Gujian?
Firmware 3.
Approximately.
Firmware 3. So, I'm going to get our good friend Google to help us out on this one.
Gujian.
Gujian. Or translated into English as firmware. So this is a firmware 3, if you can't tell by the blasting ass title on the front.
It's great.
Weird game. A weird game in the sense of like, how can I put it? It feels like a lot of money and effort went into it, and it still came out janky.
I see that.
But we shall dive more into it so you guys can get a taste of what it is. So we're not going to go to continue. We're going to go new game. This game has recently, I'm not too sure in the sense of how recent. I do know that it is recent. It's been translated to English.
It's been out for a couple of years, right?
Yes, it's been out for a couple of years, and it's only recently been translated to English, or so I've been told. So since it was on my wish list, and it was on special for about $15, I decided to grab it. So we'll definitely have a good shot of this. I'll see how we go through. But here's some interesting aspects. One, the gamepad system, or the control system.
Yeah,
so we have gamepad.
Give you options for controls right at the start.
It's kind of like, hey, look, whatever your playstyle is, it's sort of accustomed to it. So, for example, gamepad mode lets you play it like a sort of character action hack and slash, or sort of like a Souls-like game, which you'll see evidently soon. ACT mode. Why is it called ACT mode?
It's short for action.
Oh, there we go. So you use your keyboard and mouse, but your mouse is your camera moving device, and it's also the attack buttons, but you move around in a 3D pattern with Wester.
Kind of
or you can have
regular hack and slash, a la Darksiders, Dark Souls, Bayon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And RPG mode. So if you play games, or you most dominantly play like Final Fantasy 14 or World of Warcraft or any of those kind of RPGs, you can control the game like that. Which would be, I think it'd be pretty interesting to have a shot at, because if it's still like, if it's like right click to attack, like if it is like an actual RPG, this game plays in two wildly different ways. Like, gamepad and RPG couldn't be any further from each other if they tried. Like, RPG is like, you right-click enemy and it auto-attacks, or gamepad is you do all the attacking yourself. So that's pretty interesting. But we'll be going to gamepad because I is not good with the RPGs. I played Final Fantasy 14 for a good tour, and
Regretted it?
No, I don't regret it. I liked it, but it's something that took some time to get used to, and even then, I was still like a fucking terrible at its system, because you have to sort of like, especially when you have a keyboard and a mouse with limited buttons. Well, you don't have I don't have a keyboard with limited buttons. I just have a keyboard with like no macros, and my mouse has like 2 buttons. One of them is like a sensitivity button.
Yeah, so
fucking
you don't
good
have
luck.
a proper gaming mouse.
I don't have a pro gamer mouse. No, I do not.
Neither do I, but, yeah.
Well, like the fucking, I used to have like the Naga or whatever it was that had like 12 buttons on the side, and the only thing I found use for them is to spam emotes at people.
That's fair.
That's it. That's fair. So yes, this game made probably in China, most likely, because it is a Chinese fucking game, recently translated to English. Looks like Eurojank from China. Like, these character models seem, I want to say, Shenmue-ish. Like, Shenmue has this certain thing about their design with their characters.
I don't
Like,
know.
Shenmue is like proper Japan jank. Jap jank.
Just jank.
Isn't it?
Jank.
Just be China jank then.
This is China jank. Like, you have
This is
Euro
China
jank, and then you have Western jank, and this is China jank.
Oh, don't forget good old classic Australian jank.
Do we have, what kind of jank do we have? What's our
Well,
jank?
I'd limit it solely to just Melbourne jank, where it's a bunch of games that, like, they sound good as a premise, but are executed so poorly, the premise is lost.
The basic idea is that Melbourne's kind of one of the leading indie game places in the world at the moment, which is awesome, but it also means a lot of bad games is going to come out with the good.
Yeah, like, I mean, if you've got an influx of games that's coming out of the woodworks, you're gonna have some stinkers. Some absolute fucking ripe ones. But, like,
one of the worst games to come out of fucking Australia, because it didn't actually come out of Melbourne, it came out of Queensland, was Ninja Pizza Girl. And the most interesting thing about that game is that it was actually bankrolled by the Queensland government.
I'm pretty sure Borderlands pre-sequel came out of 2K Australia.
It did.
Yeah, it did.
And that's pretty bad.
Yeah,
Well, it
but
depends.
it's not as bad as
from
Ninja
what
Pizza
people
Girl.
have said around pre-sequel and Borderlands 3 is that you want to play the pre-sequel for the story, and you want to play Borderlands 3 for the gameplay. Because from what I've heard, the story of Borderlands 3 is pretty subpar, and the gameplay of the pre-sequel is pretty subpar. I actually know that one because I played it.
No. So, like, what is it? The Borderlands pre-sequel writing is just as bad, if not worse, than Borderlands 3 writing.
Oof.
Like, it is fuck. I had to put it down. Alright, so here's me fucking boys of many. Yeah, we'll do a tutorial just to give you a example of how shit runs. Oh, fuck me, it's just berating me now. Light and heavy attack. So X and Y is your regular combo stick. Fair enough. And then we have so basically X, well, my controller, since I'm using a PlayStation controller, square and triangle are your bread and butter. Simple enough. And then from there you can have special abilities tied to holding down the left trigger and then selecting whatever you want. So, oh fuck, okay, so dodge button, like we have a dedicated dodge button, kind of like the good Bloodborne. I was thinking about Bloodborne the other day, I'll explain in a second. So combat boundary, obviously you're locked into arena. But yeah, I was thinking about Bloodborne the other day because it's been a while since I've seen like a good H.P. Lovecraft styled game.
Yeah, that was an incredible. Honestly, I don't think it's the one I've had the most fun with. Oh, it might be, actually. But I reckon of all the Souls-like games that FromSoft has made, Bloodborne's the best.
Yeah. So as you saw there, when we get the enemy low enough, we can give it an execute. Oh, don't do that. So yeah, this is a very hack and slashy with my fucking my boys on tour.
It looks very very Dynasty Warriors, but the enemies are too beefy to be 1 versus 100.
Yeah, I think Dynasty Warriors is that power fantasy. You know, the male fantasy that people want. Yeah, I struggle to play through those games because that's all it is. It's just like
you turn your
hacking
brain
up
off and you fucking
see. I can see myself enjoying playing through it once with one game.
Yeah,
I'm trying to do that with Berserk's Band the Hawk.
No, you're not gonna. No, you're just straight up not gonna. Just don't.
I'm already like a fifth of the way through it. The only reason why I say
quit.
The reason I say that is because by the looks of it, Berserk's Band of the Hawk does more to the series than the fucking new anime shit has ever done.
Yeah,
not
but that's a pretty
high
low
bar.
Yeah, I know, but like it continues on from the manga in a more respectable manner rather than the ugly piece of shit that were left. So this is all open world, by the way. Like, this is a vast open world I have with me and the boys. So we got fucking. These are like. Oh, how do I put it? Yeah. So
do they all have the same face?
No, that's what I was having a look at. It's like, do they have the same face? No, they don't. See, this one's a bit younger. He's a bit older. He's very young and saving game. Do not quit the game. Okay, so it just sinks on the fucking fly. So thank you, game.
He's older, he's younger, and he's saving.
Alright, so by the looks of it, This is the main demons we have to deal with.
At the moment, they're the demons, but they seem to be around all the water.
So actually, I'll get hit by this thing if I haven't already before. So it has these cast abilities, obviously obviously status ailments. So you get hit this, it's basically like a freezing, a debuff. There you go. Display icon. So it'll tell me what to do. So for this one, it's you got to move around. You have to move around to shake the frost. Oh, okay, we just talked about it. So, all right. So here we have a quick item. Now listen to this.
I can see that being
fucking
infuriating very
hate
quickly.
that noise. I hate it. It's
That's what royalty-free sound effects get you.
It's so, like, in the terms of mastering, it's louder than anything else, and it's just one of those noises like nails on a chalkboard. Yet I keep doing it. So here's how we can tell boys to do. So we can go either follow me, a balanced attack, more evasive attacks, or show progressive. And then we have, I'm guessing our healing item. So let's use one of that. Yep, healing item. So, let's not do you. So let's tell my boys to get, oi.
I'm gonna look up the name of a Chinese boy band. That's what I'm gonna call this.
I'm thinking of like, the only thing that comes to mind is Backstreet Boys. Like, well, the Chinese, the discount Chinese
10
Backstreet
great
Boys.
Chinese boy bands. I'll let you pick the name.
We're going
Hit
with
5. That's not Chinese.
It isn't. I'm aware of that.
So what are we doing?
All right,
Wait,
so
what's this?
10 great Chinese boy bands. Hit 5, F4, Fahrenheit, Grasshopper,
Hit 5,
TF
F4,
Boys,
number 3.
TF Boys, XOM, Super Junior M, Top Combine.
Super Junior M sounds nice.
Well, see,
I would say,
see.
I would say call, if the game is like fucking horrid further down the line, I would call it F4.
Yeah, no, but because it's a digital game, it's Alt F4.
This would be the alternate F4 band.
Just boys roaming the desert.
Oh my god, it's a Star Wars fucking creature.
Oh, fuck off. I've had enough of them.
Look at it.
Step on it.
I wish you'd just be like, crush.
I was
Dead.
more thinking. You know that sound effect when you kick a squeaky toy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically,
that.
just a sped up version of that. You see this?
You actually want to go get a squeaky toy to kick?
See, like,
we don't have
I
it.
feel like I can't escape demons right now
Doesn't matter
in my
what you
gaming
play,
life.
what you do.
Like,
Demons.
I'm playing through Tales of Berseria,
Demons.
Devil May Cry 5 for our
Demons.
channel, and then this.
And
Demons.
Demons. And what?
Doom.
And Doom. So, demons.
And Doom. And I would say...
So,
No,
like, what
Death
you got?
Stranding. Death Stranding. Homo Demons.
Yeah, demons. So you got demons
No,
in
Death Stranding aren't demons.
demons in anime.
They're called Homo
Oh,
Demons.
are they?
Yeah,
Yes, they're actually called Homo Demons.
You're being attacked by the gays.
the dark undead gays.
by the homosexual underworld.
Look, if the game's calling it Homo Demons, you can guarantee someone's going to come out and say it.
Yeah, but you know
Okay,
that's...
I actually want that as a game now. I want a game where you play as a gay mafia, and I want it to be called the Homo Underworld.
Well, only
Yeah,
if
but,
the
like-
final boss is Mike Pence.
Alright, the difference we have with...
Oh, and he beats you with car batteries tied to jumper cables.
Yes.
Wait, what's this?
Alright, so here's my idea for a game. It's called the Homo Underworld. Where it is
Yeah.
you play as a gang of homosexuals, and the final boss of the game is Mike Pence. And he fights you wielding
Who's
two
Mike Pence?
the Vice President of the United States.
He was a dude who
Allegedly.
was, like,
Allegedly.
I'm gonna hit you with that.
he's allegedly
Allegedly.
the vice president.
No, he is the vice president who allegedly supported electroshock therapy for
That's
homosexuals.
not allegedly, that's documented.
That is documented. All right, so he supported he is the vice president of the United States who previously supported electroshock therapy for homosexuals. I want him to be
Yeah.
the final boss of the game, and he fights the gays by having, like, you know what a flail is, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
that, but instead of spike balls, car batteries. And instead of chains, jumper cables.
Yeah, no, I can see that. No, it's just imagine a cat of nine tails, but it's just jump elites.
And I want the whole game to be set like one of those old kung fu movies where everything is exaggerated and over the top.
Like spaghetti western.
Like it's fucking spaghetti western is its own genre, so we can't call it a spaghetti western. It's got to be a kung fu movie because that's its own genre.
Well, it depends. What level
80s,
of
90s kung fu
movie. Because that's just reminding like
Big Trouble in Little Chinatown. Or
Big Trouble in Little China, yeah.
Yeah, but are you going for that or for something like Rush Hour?
No, not Rush Hour. I want the game to 100% take itself as seriously as the old Chinese, like, fucking kung fu movies, but keep the campiness of it as well. I want it to be like, I want you to be able to play a fucking kung fu movie. That's what I want. None of the self-aware bullshit. None of the poking.
Are we
fun at the
talking like
genre.
Bruce Lee kung fu, or are we talking Jackie Chan kung fu?
Jackie Chan kung fu.
Are we talking Black Dynamite kung fu?
Jackie Chan kung fu?
So it's a bit wacky and zany, but it's all serious.
Yeah, wacky, zany, and all serious.
I'm not
So
sure.
Black Dynamite kung fu was just thinly veiled racism.
No, Jackie Chan's pretty serious when it comes to his kung fu. Have you ever seen him in that fucking latest movie where he goes and kills people?
You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific.
Fuck, I think it's called The Foreigner.
Yeah, that's it. I actually wanted to go see that and didn't get a chance to.
It's alright. It's like Jackie Chan, like, he's doing a little bit of kung fu here and there, but he's mainly just killing people.
Yeah. So Jackie Chan doesn't have real kung fu. He's got movie kung fu.
No, he's got real kung fu. He's super, like, trained in kung fu.
Yeah, but he uses movie kung fu for his
No,
movies.
he uses legit kung fu.
I watched an entire fucking video documentary from an actual trained martial artist talking about Jackie Chan's movie kung fu and how movie kung fu, his movie kung
Are
fu
you
is.
talking about those YouTube videos? It's like FBI agent watches, like, commentates on
No,
the
I
Jason
don't.
Bourne series.
I don't fucking watch that shit. That shit is as fake as the Easter Bunny.
I think my favorite one out of them was when people were watching Mortal Kombat 11. Because so they did too. They had like surgeons watching the surgeon simulator, and they're going, "No, this is all wrong." Blah blah blah. And then,
Oh, no shit.
yeah, no. But then they had like real martial artists watching stuff from fighting games, and they're basically going, "No, that's all awesome. That's real and epic." I mean, except for the part where it exploded afterwards, but it's awesome.
Where the fuck? Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, I remember they got a couple of actual professional, like one of them was a professional sword fighter, the other one was a movie sword fighting choreographer, and they got them in to I think it was look at
fuck off.
fuck, I forgot it was For Honor or one of the Assassin's Creeds, and they were just going, oh yeah, no, that's really realistic, that's super cool.
Is that about that Shaolin monk guy with fauna?
No.
That was actually
Because
pretty
I
cool
have
as
seen
well,
the
though.
video about the Shaolin monk guy.
Yeah, I've
Right,
seen him
Tom?
react.
You obviously
Yeah,
haven't
I
seen
think-
any of his other stuff then.
Oh no, he's a bit of a fucking memester.
Yeah.
I watched his For Honor stuff.
Yeah, no, you.
But, like,
his
he
one
is
For
from,
Honor
like, a
video,
Shaolin temple.
And then you look at the rest of his stuff, and it's great, and it's the last thing you'd expect. It's funny because he was even saying this is going the amount of people coming to my videos off my Shaolin For Honor video and expecting the rest of my stuff to be like that. Yeah.
Well,
No.
as well, you hit the mark.
I gotta get me off the
he hit
fucking
the
ground. I gotta
magic mark.
cleanse this area. Cleanse. Baby nut cleanse.
Yeah, you gotta
So I
go
think
on-
I
you
have
gotta go on
unlimited.
that,
Oh no, I have a stamina bar at the bottom,
Yep. You
so
gotta
I can
go
do
on
like
that,
sort of shadow stepping dashes, which
you
is
gotta go on
pretty
that
nifty.
almond milk
Yeah,
cleanse.
that's the teleport
what it's
dash,
called.
is it? The shadow step?
Yeah, like this. So I go, wha? What the fuck are you guys fighting over here? Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill steal that.
Mine.
Fucking, we're gonna all get back to the temple, and you're gonna tell everyone how good of a job I did.
This game?
Yes. Wait, are those their names? Hildreth, Cronus, Sun Void.
Isn't
and
Chrono the
Yulei.
fucking guy who ate his son?
No,
No,
that's Kronos.
that's Cronus.
not
That's
Kronos.
Kronos, not Kronos. Kronos,
say Kronos.
was the Greek version of Saturn. Who?
All I remember is a
was the
picture of
god
fucking
time.
apparently Kronos eating his son, and he's looking pretty devastated about it.
Yeah, this is Kronos eating his son. He used to eat his sons.
What a guy.
Yeah. Until he wanted to eat Zeus or Jupiter, wherever you want to call him.
Fuck.
And I think fucking Mommy Dearest tricked him by giving him a rock.
Evasive.
And he chowed down on that shit.
Wait, didn't he like eat the rock and then vomit it and all the other kids up because they were all gods and immortal as well, or something like that?
Yeah.
Man,
I think that's how that
weird.
went. Mythology's fucking weird, but like fucking Greco-Roman mythology is one of the more zanier, like, of the mythologies.
Whoa.
Because like if you look,
I don't know.
like if you look at Christian mythology, it's like more modern mythologies.
Oh, what the fuck's
like
happening here?
Christianity.
Oh
and
fuck! I was.
a lot of the elements that come around it lacks that sort of mystical element of just the sheer bullshit that you could get away with when people didn't question anything for the fear of the wrath of the gods. So like,
you're not wrong, but on the flip side, and this is my personal reason why, like my view on religion is basically, if you can prove to me it exists, I'll believe it. But
I have the feeling if you disprove religion, society would fall.
I'm quite happy to believe whatever.
Yeah, but haven't you ever heard of fucking Pascal's wager?
nope, you're gonna have to fill us in on that one. I think we have.
Pascal's wager. Fucking guy named Pascal or something like that back in an ancient philosopher is basically like a logical man will believe that God exists, not because he so heartily believes in religion, but that in the event that religion does exist, he has an eternity in heaven. So there's infinite gain from believing that God exists, even if you don't actually believe of his existence, because there's infinite gain if he is, and there's no negativity if there's no negative aspect if he doesn't.
Yeah,
Now-
that's actually a pretty safe
Now,
bet.
if there was one religion, I'd agree with you. But because of the amount that exists,
And
we're
how
fucked
several
in
of those
one way or
religions.
another.
Yeah, and now how several of those previous religions who people thought were 100% real have now become mythology. So you motherfuckers don't even know if fucking Thor's real. You could all be praying to the wrong gods. And I'm not talking Thor from fucking Marvel. I'm talking the actual
Yeah,
Thor,
but like
one
the
who would rip
Greeks
out your
believe
spine.
that there's someone actually holding up the world.
But see, the thing
no,
is,
that was
yes,
that was,
that
pretty
sure that's
was
Atlas.
the Titan.
Yeah,
in
that was
Greek mythology.
yeah, no, but he lifted the world. He's not holding it
Yeah,
up.
but they still believe that there was a physical being out there lifting up the world.
Yeah, he
but-
lifted the world out of darkness.
More, my point is, I'm not going to
Believe.
Yeah, pretty much. If I'm open to it, but I'm not going to
Oh, can I get up there?
without, you know, actual
Yeah, without
proof.
evidence.
without actual proof.
Though, that said, I do absolutely find it easier to believe some of the older mythologies, like Greek, Egyptian, whatever. And the reason for that is because the older mythologies painted their different gods as flawed beings.
Yeah,
Whether-
they were human. They were
current-
more human and grounded.
Yeah, whether the current mythologies, like Christianity, Hinduism, you know, all
Hey,
like
boys!
that, in Hinduism's a bad response because that's more similar to the
Fucking-
older ones.
Look at you.
But my point was generally monotheistic religions tend to have their religious figure that they follow to be much more all-knowing, all-powerful.
Yeah,
If
it's
something's
like
all-knowing,
baby's first
all-powerful, it doesn't
superhero.
make sense, honestly.
Yeah, it comes across as baby's first superhero. It's like, my superhero is
what?
super fast and he's got
Did you guys just-
lightning. And yeah,
The
we
fuck
saw
they
them.
go?
Fucking Jesus took that one.
Oh, that looks like a fucking monolith if I ever saw one.
Yeah, so it's like, oh well, my god is he can see everything and he can do everything and he's super cool and he has a beard and that's it.
That's an anus. That's an anus.
Really, what I was getting at, but I do
That's
get your
kind of
point.
how-
It's more
yeah.
a bunch of flawed deities that don't work together. You know, they don't see eye to eye with everything. Is a lot more believable than someone who's omnipotent and knows anything. For the simple fact that there's so much bad shit that happens. You know, regardless of overall what happens, you can still make the argument that, like, look, maybe humans did create all these earthquakes and tsunamis and bad things. Maybe that totally did happen. This punishes 5-year-old children in the area. They could have done nothing about it. You get what I mean?
This punishes the innocent. The one thing that I have said multiple times in my holy scripture that I am totally there to protect.
Which is
Suck a dick.
Which is why, basically, yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. And if the only way it does make sense is if the monotheistic deity was either malevolent or just didn't care.
Yeah, it would have to be malevolence or
apathetic.
Straight up apathy.
At what point do I execute?
Which at that point they're not really a god you want to be praying to.
Exactly.
I don't.
But yes,
But
that's
one
what
of the
I'm
most
saying.
interesting stories
I do have
about
to say,
the old religions.
Back kind of onto topic. The game actually does, with the exception
we're
of the
talking about a game.
cutscenes, like which can look a bit janky. The overall game actually does look pretty decent.
When did this game come out again?
2018.
2017. Yeah, it looks pretty last gen for something for 2017's release.
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
He's got.
but at the same
But
token, it looks. Actually, I'd say that probably covers it. It looks very similar to, well, even kind of current day MMOs, with the exception of Black Desert Online, because that game looks goddamn beautiful.
It does look very pretty.
But stuff like Terra.
If you've got a
and
rig
whatever.
that can handle it. Yeah, Terra is also a very pretty game.
Oh,
But I
ouch!
No, but that's what I'm
So
saying. This
everyone's-
kind of does
yeah.
look similar to Terra in that kind of.
Yeah. But yeah,
But
I see what you
do
get at. It
actually
does.
like
It does
how a
look
lot
pretty.
of the stuff looks.
The
in
particle
game.
effects are very nice.
Yeah, the particle effects are really good. And Kenny, I think the execute isn't on their health bar; it's on their stamina bar. Well, it might be. If it isn't, I'm talking on my ass, and if it is, I'm also talking on my ass.
There we go.
Yep. So you all remember that fantastical story of that bearded Jew who parted the seas? I
What,
think
Moses?
his name was Moses. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
man. No, fucking Moses up and came down from fucking some mountain. He's all like, you know, burning bush talk to me. This is where we're at now, boys.
That was the name of the prostitute that he picked up.
Burning bush.
Burning bush. That's why he died
Yeah, 'cause-
10 years later to syphilis.
Oh, fuck me. Cleanse.
But yeah, no.
Whenever I hear it, the only thing I
there
can
is-
see is like History of the World Part 1. God has talked to me and brought to me these 15 crash shit 10 commandments.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's actually a documented story of someone parting the sea before Moses did. And that
Oh.
man was the...
Sound like blasphemy to me.
Santa
Yeah, no.
Claus.
It was the Roman general Scipio Africanus. And the reason he parted the sea was because during his siege of not
Oh,
Constantinople.
what?
Fucking,
This is a boss fight on a
Barcelona.
timer.
Of course it
Yeah,
is.
during his siege of Barcelona, Scipio Africanus needed a way into the city, and since he was only using reserve forces, he needed a way that could get his actual quality army in before they ended up getting wasted by the city's defenses. So what he did was he started walking around the area and talking to people, and he came across a fisherman who said, "Oh yeah, whenever a squall happens, the bay is emptied." And you can just, walk right into the city like that. So what he did, he didn't tell any of his men what the fuck he was doing. He just told them all to stand on the fucking shoreline. And then when the squall came in and parted the sea for him,
Yeah.
he's like, "Hey guys,
Let's
look what
go."
Mars did for us."
Yeah, so he's like, look what the gods have done, and everyone's like, holy shit, he did it. And he said, and the fisherman's just standing there like, thanks for all my credit, why don't you?
But yeah, that was it. So that's how the Roman army documented parting the seas, because then Scipio got drunk and revealed his secret, like the good magician that he is.
Fucking magicians revealing the secrets, that's the craziest thing ever. The fact that, like, no, it's straight up blasphemy.
Yeah. The funniest part of that story was he was 18 when he did that.
Ow. Oh, I can't use ambergrass? Oh, thank you.
He is younger than everyone in this chat. And he did that.
By a good... shit.
Yeah.
4
Like 4 or 5 years. I mean, he did see his father die at 15, so that probably was a pretty good motivator.
Hey, to be fair, we also saw our dreams die at the same time.
Yeah, but dreams, not parents.
I mean, I get your point.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't.
No, but it's like if you want like a like the original revenge story, like a story most akin to
Go
like
watch Old Boy.
no, like
Yes.
like a real life totally happened 100% real story that people fucking try to capture in their goddamn novels about, like, you know, revenge and epic dramas and shit like that. Look at the fucking documented events of the Punic War. It's actually one of the greatest fucking stories ever told. And it's completely 100% true.
Fuck me. I need to survive 2 more attacks. Or... hold
One
up.
more attack.
No, like, it's firing at some fucking...
Yeah, it's firing at the gate, and you've got, like... X seconds to...
Fuck off!
It's a bed of chaos
Uh-oh.
all over again.
Yep. It's not even so much a bit of chaos, it's just fuck you today.
No, it's
That's not what I
Zora
want.
Magdaros with mobs.
Oh, no, fuck off, no.
You can
Zora
see it,
Magdaros
right?
is annoying. Yeah, I know, I can see it. Like, Zora Magdaros is annoying enough as it is. That fucking Mario Party minigame for a boss fight.
When you're fighting Arc-Tempered Zora Magdaros, and the most dangerous thing there is the time limit.
It actually is. We actually lost to the time limit.
I've never lost to a time limit. I have succeeded with 20 seconds left on the clock, though.
I reckon what was the fastest you've ever killed Nergigante on his back?
5? Oh, on his back.
Fuck
I don't
me.
know.
Yeah, on his back.
I don't know.
It's like me and Josh managed to kill him about, I think, 30 seconds after he showed up.
Not surprising.
Fucking double clutch claw to the face, weaken his face, ram his head
Come
into
on.
a wall. And then I was using the HBG, so Daka.
No, this game
There we
really
go.
does feel like a solo MMO. Is kind of the feel they were going for. Like,
Yeah, I can see that.
MMO gameplay, especially, we haven't, like, seen really much of it, but especially with that, team...
Wait, what the fuck? Is this guy just
strategy thing
floating?
they were looking at.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't you know everyone in China has the power to float?
Especially with that, like, team strategy thing they were looking at. Like, and the gameplay style just really feels like... Did you not turn
I thought I
your
turned off...
Steam into...
I turned notifications off. You heard me turn it
No,
off.
I did not.
We did
I will
not.
have to fucking... I would have to, blur that one out then. Chalk it up to experience.
Oh, yeah,
by the
I
way,
see-
this is
I see your MMO.
Chinese characters.
Yeah.
So by looks of it,
really
yes,
feels
by looks
like-
of some things,
and-
it's not all translated.
It feels like an MMO
There's been-
that's been
aside from the
converted to
tutorial,
single
that
player.
aside from the tutorial, there has been no actual anything for us to read in terms of dialogue or.
I mean,
otherwise.
there's been some talks about like demons being here, and then it's like, oh, by the way, retreat, boys. I'm a solid as bitch.
Retreat. Fucking shit. What do we call this Chinese boy band? Super
Alt
Junior.
F4.
Alt F4, yeah.
That's what you said. If the game was bad, we'll call it Alt F4.
It's actually kind of fun.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Actually, that's exactly how to describe it. It looks like it looks like an MMO that's been converted to single player, and I can totally see
Like a single player
being
hack
fun.
and slash.
Yeah,
those are
it is
lovely.
a single player hack and slash, but much more than something like Darksiders, or this one feels like it's taken a lot of MMO design elements. I mean, hell, it even had the MMO control scheme option.
Yeah.
Scheme?
Scheme.
I always got those two words mixed up.
Sheme is not a word.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a color scheme. Like something is
Scheme.
pronounced that
Color
way.
scheme.
It's a color scheme, not a color sheme.
Sheme is like
Are you thinking of Mr.
a bit of a
Sheme?
buff. That's me. I work hard to keep floors clean.
Mr. Sheme.
Shoo. So here's my boy band buddies look so much better than I do. What the fuck is this Street Fighter character doing?
Street fighting.
Oh fuck, he looks like Wukong.
I bet you he is.
Well, if we're dealing with World of Demons, I wouldn't be surprised.
We're dealing with the world of demons, and we have clearly entered into the world of gods, so that is Sun Wukong.
All the best pork chop sideburns this side of Asia. Oceania.
Yeah, but
Great Britain.
It takes a real kind of man to pull off pork chop sideburns.
yeah.
It also takes a real kind of man to pull off pork chop
See,
sideburns
it's one of those
and
three
love traps.
That I've been a lot more kind of lenient on games. You know, in paying obvious homages in or
I
you know,
figured it out.
tropes in character designs.
I figured it out. These are not Shenmue characters. These are straight up Final Fantasy 14 character models. They look so similar. I just looking at this guy and just how he's textured and like how light on him. Like I will pull up some Final Fantasy 14 characters and put them side by side after this, just to show you how similar their designs kind of look.
Well, I haven't played Final Fantasy.
That's what I'm about. That's why
Any of them, so I wouldn't know.
That's why I'm going to put the evidence forward for you.
I certainly do love when people are just standing in the street doing literally nothing. Just like statues.
Living, dude, they don't have TV.
Fucking touch yourself or something.
Yeah,
You
no,
can't do that
can't do
all
that.
day.
Gods are real. Touch yourself is bad.
According to who?
The gods.
They are
Which
real.
gods?
They can hit
The
you.
gods. Oh,
Which-
nice achievement, by the way.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to say, what the fuck is this map? Holy shit, this is an MMORPG.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
the
go
main
on.
city.
Look at that map, though. It's
Yeah.
huge.
But I think
I
the
think
more
we're just gonna
impressive
call it
thing,
here.
the more impressive thing is that they've managed.
Oh! What's this shit? Oh, fuck off, kids. Oh, fuck. Eat this,
You've had
kids.
too many games, Skyrim, where the kids are immortal.
Look at them.
You can bump into them, that's great.
So I'm gonna call it here, because there's a lot more than fuck the kid. I thought the kid ran away. What are
It's a
your?
lot more than fuck the kids. Good start,
Look
Kenny.
at them! Fucking cower in my wake. Fucking. So what do you guys think of the game?
I take back everything bad I said about this game. 10 out of 10.
Like I said,
Children
it looks
cower in
interesting.
your wake.
It looks like it'd play like an MMO, and that took a lot of MMO designs and put it into a single-player hack and slash. Now, there wasn't many MMOs that really I got into. I'd get more into Black Desert Online if there was Australian service, but at the moment it's just a bit. I can still play it, but
The
I
game is
never got
laggy as
into it
balls.
enough to actually get into it like you have to with MMOs. And I
Yeah,
also tried
the
Terra
game's-
for a bit, but that had the same issue on delays.
Yeah, like fucking, we did try to get to Terra, but with Black Desert Online, because I did play it recently, the menus are a legitimate eyesore. Like, it makes you physically ill to read them. They're just so ugly.
But yeah, I do think this game looks interesting, and like you said, it's on my wish list, and it's not going anywhere. At some point when it goes on sale, then I'll probably pick it up and play it when I'm not broke. Like, completely broke.
Also,
Yeah, I'm
pointing out,
definitely-
on the topic of menus, that menu there looks real pretty.
Yeah, like I said
This
earlier,
one?
that is
Yeah.
a really cool looking menu.
So, yeah, it's really good. I like it. So yeah, I like it, but there's a long list of games I have to get through before I go through this one. But I will definitely give this one
Like I said,
a better shake of that sauce bottle.
like I said, my wish list is about 250 games long, so this is probably somewhere near the bottom, but it's still definitely on there.
Alright then, we'll catch you guys later.
We will catch you guys later.
Catches.